Before we get into today's story, I just want to say thank you. At the time of this recording, we just passed 2,000 subscribers, and I am beyond grateful. This channel started as a way to share eerie stories with anyone willing to listen. Now it's grown into something I never expected because of you. So whether you've been here since the beginning or just found your way into the dark, thank you for being a part of it. Now, off to today's story. I asked for extra hours because I've been saving to move out of state. My lease ends in 3 months and I've been desperate to escape this town. You know how small towns are. Once something bad happens, everyone talks about it for a week and then just pretends it never happened. People go missing, and after the candlelight vigils and the posters fade, no one brings them up again. Not here. Anyway, I've been closing the shop for 14 nights in a row. I know it's not healthy, but money talks. I figured it was just temporary. Scrubbed down the espresso machine, wiped the counters, restocked the pastry case, locked the doors at 10, cleaned until 11:30. And I'm usually out by midnight. The first time I noticed something weird was about 5 nights in. I heard a knock on the back door. Not a customer door. The back door. The one in the alley we use for trash and inventory. It was soft at first, not aggressive, just persistent. Knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. I thought maybe it was one of the local homeless guys. We have a few who wander that stretch of downtown. I even left some muffins and a warm cup out there once. But when I looked through the peephole, no one was there. I opened it anyway. Nothing but the usual stack of empty milk crates and the overpowering stench of old coffee grounds. No wind, no cars passing, just stillness. I shrugged it off. I do that a lot. I tell myself I imagine things. I've always had a vivid imagination, and being tired doesn't help. But then it kept happening. Every night. Knock, knock, knock. Scratch. Yes, scratching. I started locking the back door as soon as we closed, keeping the lights dim so the front doesn't look too open. Still around 10:45 or so, the noises would start. I turned up the music to drown them out. One night, about 10 days in, I found something tucked under the door. A crumpled receipt from our own register with the words, "I like your skin," scrawled in black marker across it. I called my manager. They said to call the cops. I did. The officer who came out was nice enough, but I could tell he thought I was being dramatic. He looked around the alley, shrugged, told me not to walk alone at night. So helpful. The next night, I brought a box cutter with me. I kept it in my apron pocket and tried not to look nervous. That was the night I saw him. I had just finished mopping when I saw something flicker past the glass door. I thought it was a reflection at first, but it stopped, paused, then backed up and stood there, staring in. He was standing in the glow of the streetlight. This man who looked off. His clothes hung too loose, like he lost a lot of weight fast. His face was mostly shadowed by a baseball cap, but I could see his mouth. It was open, smiling. I yelled that we were closed. He didn't move, he just pressed his palm to the glass. When I stepped closer, my stomach dropped. There was blood on his fingers. I backed away slowly, grabbed my phone and called the cops again. He was gone by the time they arrived. No trace. After that, I started getting paranoid. I come in and find the espresso machine turned on when I knew I left it off. One time the lights flickered and the stereo started playing by itself. A scratchy, warbling version of a song I didn't recognize. I thought maybe the place was haunted. That almost would have been a relief. I asked to switch back to day shifts. My manager said no. No one else wanted to close. I should have quit, but I needed the money. The last night I worked was last Thursday. It started the same. Quiet. Cold. I didn't even hear any knocks. I thought maybe whoever it was had moved on. At around 11:20, I went into the back to grab a mop head. The light above the supply closet was flickering again. I opened the door, and as soon as I reached up to grab the mop, I heard someone breathe behind me. I spun around. Nothing. Just empty space. The closet was barely big enough for one person, but I swear I felt someone exhale right behind my neck. I ran out, heart hammering, and I went straight to the front. That's when I saw it. Someone was behind the counter. They were crouched low, rummaging through the cabinet where we keep the spare aprons. I thought it was a customer at first. I don't know why. I stepped forward and said, "Hey, we're closed." The figure stood up, and it was me. I don't mean they looked like me. I meant it was me. Same uniform, same hair, same necklace, same chipped nail polish on the pinky finger. I froze. It stared at me for a long time, then tilted its head and smiled. The smile wasn't right. It was too wide. The skin stretched at the edges like it didn't quite fit. I backed away, shaking. I reached for my phone, but it was gone. Must have left it in the back. Then I don't know what else to call her, spoke.
"I've been watching you,"
she said in my voice, perfectly mimicked except hollow, like a voice filtered through broken speakers.
"I like you."
She then raised her hand, my hand, and peeled something from her cheek. It came off like a mask, like wet fabric being pulled from raw meat. Underneath, the face was wrong. Patchy, molted skin, red where it hadn't healed, threads, needles, bits of scalp sewn together. She had stitched me into herself. I don't remember screaming. I must have, because when I woke up, I wasn't in the coffee shop anymore. I was here, in this room. Small, bare, concrete floor, one flickering light bulb. The walls smell like mold and something worse, like rotting meat. She comes in sometimes. She's still wearing my skin. And she talks to me in my voice. She practices it, repeats things I've said. It's better every day. She's gone back to work now. No one knows I'm missing yet. She's got my phone, my keys, my face. She's writing this too. She wants you to know how easy it was. How much she loves being me. If you come into the coffee shop this week and the girl behind the counter smiles just a little too wide, don't order anything. Run.